Solutions. Plot 1. Strangled by Lord Russell. Harold Kane was strangled sometime between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. in the shuffleboard area on the main deck. His body was then dumped in a lifeboat. Forensic evidence shows that he was strangled from behind with a rope by a right-handed assailant, and that he put up a struggle. The killer needed to be physically strong to resist Kane's struggles and to lift his overweight body into the lifeboat. This discounts Ace Wildcard, who is currently immobile, Davina Wide-Eyed, who is physically slight, and Barbara Swansong, who is fit and trim but not strong. The remaining guests all had access to ropes. Texas Hold'em is an expert lassoer and practiced lassoing during the voyage. Amelia Reckless always carries a rope, and Lord Russell exercises every day using a jump rope. All three are fit and strong. However, Texas Hold'em was playing a game of deck tennis with Davina Wide-Eyed at the time of the murder, and Amelia Reckless is left-handed. This leaves only Lord Russell, whose method and motives are detailed in his confession. Plot 2. Drowned by Amelia Reckless. Harold Kane was drowned in the canvas swimming pool on the main deck at 11:12 p.m. Forensic evidence shows that he was held underwater by the hair, and that he put up a struggle. The killer needed to be physically strong to resist Kane's struggles. This discounts Ace Wildcard, who is currently immobile, and Davina Wide-Eyed, who is physically slight. Lord Russell and Barbara Swansong can be discounted, since they are both terrified of water. Texas Hold'em is physically strong and a confident swimmer. However, his personal cowboy code necessitates fighting fair, so he would never stoop to drowning a drunken man. This leaves only Amelia Reckless, who is physically strong and a good swimmer. Her method and motives are detailed in her confession. Plot 3. Stabbed by Barbara Swansong. Harold Kane was stabbed sometime between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. in the deck chair lounge on the upper deck. Forensic evidence shows that he was stabbed once in the neck by a right-handed assailant using a short convex bladed instrument. 3 of the guests had sharp objects. Texas Hold'em and Amelia Reckless routinely carry knives, and Davina Wide-Eyed has a lady's pocket knife. However, Texas and Davina were playing deck tennis together between 10 and 11 p.m., and Amelia is left-handed, so all 3 of them can be discounted. The crime took place on the upper deck. This discounts Ace Wildcard, since her recent injury renders her unable to manage stairs without help. Lord Russell can't stand the sight of blood, and so would not choose stabbing as a method of murder. This leaves only Barbara Swansong, whose method and motives are detailed in her confession. Plot 4. Shot by Alice Ace Wildcard. Harold Kane was shot and killed sometime after 10 p.m. on the deck tennis court. Forensic evidence shows that he died from a single, highly accurate shot to the heart. Barbara Swansong is frightened of guns. Lord Russell can't stand the sight of blood and refuses to shoot, so both of them can be discounted. Although Amelia Reckless claims to be an expert shot, Texas Hold'em has observed that she doesn't even know how to hold a gun, so she is not the killer. Texas himself is an expert shot. However, his personal cowboy code requires always fighting fair, so he would never stoop to shooting an unarmed man. During the voyage, Texas taught both Davina Wide-Eyed and Ace Wildcard to shoot, and described them both as naturals. However, the murder took place sometime after 10 p.m., and this discounts Davina Wide-Eyed, since she was playing deck tennis with Texas from 10 to 11 p.m., and left the ship immediately afterwards. This leaves only Alice Ace Wildcard, whose method and motives are detailed in her confession. Plot 5. Bludgeoned to death by Bill Texas Hold'em. Harold Cain was bludgeoned to death at 11:09 p.m. in the golf cage on the main deck. Forensic evidence shows that he died from multiple blows to the head with a blunt instrument from a right-handed assailant. Both Davina Wide-Eyed and Ace Wildcard left the ship at 11 p.m. and so were not present at the time of the murder. Barbara Swansong went to see Captain Jones at 11 p.m. and remained with him until 11:20 p.m. So that discounts her too. Lord Russell can't stand the sight of blood and would not choose such a gory method of killing. Amelia Reckless is left-handed. This leaves only Bill Texas Hold'em, whose method and motives are detailed in his confession. Plot 6. Poisoned by Davina Wide-Eyed. Harold Cain was fatally poisoned sometime between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. in the bar area on the main deck. Forensic evidence shows that he ingested significant quantity of arsenic, along with a large quantity of booze. None of the drink bottles in the bar had been tampered with, only the drink in Cain's cocktail glass. This suggests that the poison was administered on the spot. Lord Russell and Amelia Reckless were playing shuffleboard together from 9 to 10 p.m., and so can be discounted. Both Barbara Swansong and Ace Wildcard had access to rat poison, but they were conversing together at the aft railing between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., so that discounts them. Texas Hold'em's personal cowboy code requires always fighting fair, so he would never stoop to poisoning as a method of killing. This leaves only Davina Wide-Eyed, whose method and motives are detailed in her confession.